ride on the track.
Damn, this nigga need to pick up, man. Shit. Trying to get this song done and shit. Hello? Nigga, you sleep? What the fuck it sound like, nigga? Nigga, you supposed to be here an hour ago. You, Black, Slick, what the fuck y'all doing, man?
Oh, shit, bro. I'll be down there right now, man.
See, man, that's that shit I be talking about, man. Y'all nigga be trying to have too much motherfucking fun.
Let my nuts hang like a mistletoe at Christmas time. Like my money fast, why you think I like to bust a rhyme? Riding on 8s, keep it safe, I can duck a 9. Skinny jeans sweeter than a recipe for ducking. I'm sharper than a 60-inch Panasonic plasma. I'm ballin' like Vic Carter when he played for the Rams. Let's make him go that moment, do that shit that we can't capture. Let's squish it to the dope with your things right out. Yeah, keep it moving like 2 feet. Austin Powers mojo, I'm groovy. This is land ass niggas too goofy. Life's like a motion picture, it's a movie. I keep my mind away from the mess, and when my nerves fucking with me, hit the blunt for the stress. Y'all, I can't prolong my moments alone. I know you looking for the greatest, and damn it, I'm home, but what my name is?
Back door, call me motion picture. Nicolas Cage highlight, call me 2 pistols. Golden gun 00, load it up. Clive, Bow and chopper scene, I load it up. I'm rolling through crazy, I barely missed the baby. The sound from my AR travel through the basement. Niggas rushing up the stairs, blasting like they waving. But Black the last standing when the smoke faded. Post you in the papers, I made your ass famous. Fucking with lyrics, you will get your ass handed. They say you're real good, boy, but I'm outstanding. Triple X stunting in an old school bandit. Scarf around his neck, he think he hard around his partners. Catch that nigga solo when I murk him like shots. I called your bluff, pussy. Just call me the robber. I lead the way for bitches. You niggas just follow. Stop.
Over there, man.
I see him. Hey, little mama, come here. Sure you wanna know what I tell him when I walk up to him?
What you tell them, ho?
I tell him this right here. I got a bone. I got a bone. Boy, you dog, straight. You know how the game goes. You want the dick. We'll leave you clean. Face, ass, and titties. She a bad little bitch.
Baby, all up on my jock, I don't stop when I hit the spot. You got to get with this business. I finish at 6 o'clock. AM, I am caking with hoes like Crocker, bringing bacon home with other meat to offer. Knocker, rocker, Roger, that she wants it softer. Either stop her, do it proper, make her hotter than a rocket pack. I let her cock it back. Neighbors think domestic violence, cause we always bring the noise, never having sex in silence. Officer, I'm driving her crazy. Check the license, studying her anatomy. You should respect the science. Intent to burn rubber till she gets tired, getting all types of jobs when these hoes I have been hired. Every time I get up on the bones, I growl. Every day they blowing on my phone right now. What's the taste of a lifetime? Don't bite down. Even when I'm about to blast, I go fast like blow, blow, blow. She likes my style. I'm fly, she thinks foul. I do my thing when I'm in the ring. Like wow.
I got a bone. Boy, you dog, straight. You know how the game goes. You want the dick. We'll leave you clean. bad little bitch. I got a bone. Boy, you dog, straight. You know how the game goes. You want the dick. We'll leave you clean. Face, ass, and titties. She a bad little bitch.
She got that good brain. Bitch, don't make the honor roll. She be looking like the Playboy centerfold. And cause she fuck with me, you know I had to send the 4 hoes on the dinner plate. Said great before she ate them though. You see, I got more bitches than a dog breeder. Don't take them bitches shopping daily, even wanna feed them. You said it love at first sight. Bitch, what the fuck you seeing? No, I ain't begging for the head, but I find it pleasing. You my last resort, I treat you like the army. If I was broke, I guarantee you wouldn't be on me. See, you don't got nothing but a bone for you, doggo. And you can't stay up in my kennel, go to Petco. I'm like Deion Sanders, I'm up in my prime. Can't deal with you clumsy hoes, steady wasting time. That's why a nigga like me stay paper chasing. Got time in my money, and money in my time.
I got a bone. Boy, you dog, straight. You know how the game goes. You want the dick. We'll leave you clean. Face, ass, and titties. She a bad little bitch. I got a bone. Boy, you dog, straight. You know how the game goes. You want the dick. We'll leave you clean.
Y'all just vibe out. Be right with y'all. We'll be right in the fans' feet shortly.
Getting to this cheese, Cheetos, stacking up chips, Fritos. Niggas mad, I be getting deeper and deeper. Torpedo, get the pussy, then I dip Doritos. Flow tighter than some Speedos. These hoes biting on my pockets, mosquitoes. Y'all going back to bitches, now we don't repeat hoes. Sunday night in the club throwing C notes. These niggas leasing my swag, now I'm on repo. My niggas keep the tour, Home Depot. Caught up in the Matrix, young Neo. It's rain in the future, Miss Cleo. I got money like a Cosby, Theo. When she hit the stage, I'm her hero. Flow so cold, Sub-Zero. Tater Peter boss, I'm just another Negro. Money, spend it on a free hoe. I got a bone. Boy, you dog, straight. You know how the game goes. You want the dick. We'll leave you clean. Face, ass, and titties. She a bad little bitch. I got a bone. Boy, you dog, straight. You know how the game goes. You want the dick. We'll leave you clean. Face, ass, and titties. She a bad little bitch.
Y'all hit that like button. We're going to be straight to the action shortly. Hit that like button. We'll be to the action shortly. Y'all just vibe out.
Throwing up the Washingtons, the Lincoln get a gun and make the Hamilton. For the gas tank, don't put it in the Jacksons in the Grants. For the liquor get wasted. But when it comes to stacking paper, Franklin be my favorite. When it comes to stacking paper, yeah, the Franklin be my favorite. When it comes to stacking paper, yeah, the Franklin be my favorite.
And I ain't talking Roosevelt, Washington by all my blacks, Lincoln by my chicken nuts, Hamilton just coming twos when I break my Jackson up. Never turn my back on bills. Pray to God you know I trust. Me and money got relations, cause I fuck my money up. Getting freaky with my money, put my money in the food. Now Grant be my wingman, like they go to strip clubs. Georgie like to rain too much, but who am I to judge? Hamilton gon' get them bills. Lincoln, you just took the bar. They know I'm coming back for more. So wait, don't take your ass far. Ain't you going for the kill? Make that ass take off tomorrow. Grandma reel them fishes in, and then you get them in the car.
Throwing up the Washingtons, the Lincoln get a gun and make the Hamilton. For the gas tank, don't put it in the Jacksons in the Grants. For the liquor get wasted. But when it comes to stacking paper, Franklin be my favorite. When it comes to stacking paper, Franklin be my favorite.
Home team. What's happening? Home team on a special edition Fast Feet Tuesdays. Excuse me. We had Monday Night Football last night. The Falcons in Las Vegas against the Raiders. It was an interesting game to say the least, but We come out with a victory. So what better time? I mean, you're not in better time when you're coming off a victory. I don't care what it looks like. A W is a W. We want the W's. We got to keep getting the W's. We have no choice but to get the W's as of now. With that being said, on a Fan Speak Special Edition Tuesday, the link is already in. Excuse me, the chat. I got a lot of goddamn gas right now. I just finished eating just not that long ago, but I've been sipping on pop, been sipping on soda. So, god damn. Jonte Rozier, what's happening, man? Hey, it's Fan Speak Mondays. Actually, it's Special Edition Fan Speak Tuesdays. Hit the link that's pinned in the chat and come speak on it. We talking about the Atlanta Falcons defeating the Las Vegas Raiders. Excuse me, on Monday Night Football. I think I need some fresh air or something. I got to crack a window or something. God damn. Can't damn breathe. Talking out my damn nose. Anyway, y'all don't mind me. Fan Speak, man. This is for the fans. Hit the link. Come in, talk your shit, say what you want to say. How do you feel about last night's game? How do you feel about the Falcons going into these last 3 games of the regular season? Do you think there's an avenue for the Falcons to come out of this season into the playoffs? Do you think there's a way for that to happen? Let your boy know. Let the world know. Hit the link and come in and join Fan Speak. So, the Kirk Cousins topic, probably the hottest topic right now. As I'm watching, and I'm sure this how it was for everybody. But Jonte Lee said everything sounds good. This beautiful Nevada morning. Jonte still in Las Vegas. He's still in Las Vegas. Hey man, get it in, boy. Ain't nothing like going to Las Vegas and coming out with a victory, and you're still able to take it all in the day after and enjoy the fruits of Las Vegas. Hey man, I'm a little jealous. What's up with the South Side? Yeah, he said, yo, Kirk got it. Ain't got it no more, bro. You don't say South Side. You don't say. I'm going to get into that. I'm going to get into that in just a minute, man. I'm going to get into that in just a minute. I'm not happy with the performance that we saw from the offense side of the ball. Now, I don't think any of us are. I think it was clear after the first, I'm going to say after the first half. The second half, it was very clear that they wasn't going to try to throw the ball much. And I'm going to be real with y'all. I know a lot of people giving their take saying they think it was because they don't, have no trust in Kirk Cousins' abilities anymore, or Raheem Morris and Zach Robinson. They don't have no trust in his ability to make throws that he needs to be able to make. So that's why they went to, a more run-heavy game plan in the second half. I don't know if that's the case or not. I'm not going to speculate. But what I'm going to tell y'all is this. What everybody is seeing right now out of Kirk Cousins, your boy Blakberry told you so. I told you so. I told everybody when they made the deal with Kirk to come to Atlanta, I don't know if I like it, and I was leaning more towards that I didn't like it. Why? 13 years going on. He was going on 13 years. He's a statue, and he's coming off of a torn Achilles. It didn't make any probable sense to me at all why you would choose Kirk Cousins to come in and be your quarterback for this football team. It just didn't make any sense. $180 million is a lot of money for a guy to just come in here and just to be a teacher to a younger quarterback. That's a lot of money just for a guy to come in and give his tutelage. Because I know that's not what it was. So I don't want people using that. Well, they figured, that they was going to go get Penix anyway. They was going to go get Penix anyway. But they needed a guy in here that he could sit behind and learn from. Y'all, is Kirk Cousins a good quarterback to sit behind and learn from? Absolutely. But was that the Atlanta Falcons' intention? No. That was not. It was a plus that he could sit behind Kirk Cousins. That's a plus. But they expected for modern medicine to have Kirk Cousins right and ready to be able to go out there and pick up what he left off at in Minnesota before the tournament killed him. That's what they were counting on. And for at least 2 seasons, he can make the Falcons competitive and hopefully win one while he was here. And then when Penix takes over, Penix is already set up for success to continue on what we were trying to make into a dynasty. That was the game plan. Can't nobody tell me no different. You can't tell me no different. It's a bunch of bullshit. If somebody feeds you that bullshit that Kirk Cousins was only here to be a turnstile. He was only here to be a turnstile for the next quarterback for Penix. That's a crock of shit. You don't pay a guy $180 million to come in here just to give tutelage, and you don't expect to win with it. That's a crock of shit. So Kirk Cousins definitely, they planned on him being here for at least 2 good solid seasons to be competitive, hopefully win a championship while he's here. You still got guys in contract in team-friendly contracts. You still got those team-friendly contracts that are about this spot. That some guys you're going to be able to let walk. Some guys you're going to resign. Whatever the case is, the $180 million takes a toll on his team in the front. It's heavy, shit, I can't get the goddamn words together. Top-heavy contract. It's a top-heavy contract. So the $180 million is significant. It's a significant amount of money to pay somebody to come in here. You expect to be competitive with him as your quarterback. Him providing tutelage to Penix that's just icing on the cake. That's all that is. It's a favorable situation for a means to an end. It's what it is. Let me see what y'all think down here in the chat. Dante say he say, I live out here, bro. Oh, yeah, that's right, you do. And I passed that Tesla plant probably like a week and a half ago. Yeah, about a week and a half ago, I passed that Tesla plant. It was longer than that. It was about a month ago. I'm tripping. But yeah, I done passed by that Tesla plant before. You also say we could have went with Russell Wilson for cheaper to be a mentor for Penix. Yeah. If the idea is to just have a guy come in and to provide tutelage to the young buck, but also still be able to keep games competitive to where you can still develop receivers, develop the backs, develop the linemen, develop the defense. However, whatever the case is for the youth on the team, if that was the idea, then you could have did that with a Russell Wilson for much cheaper. You absolutely could have. That's how I know for a fact that Kirk Cousins was not here for that. That was not the number one intention with Kirk Cousins. Plus, you got to also think about who has he ever done that for with any other team that he was with. He didn't do that he was young in Washington, so he didn't do that in Washington. And then Minnesota never drafted a quarterback in the first round, or the second round, or the third round. They never drafted a quarterback for him to provide tutelage to, as long as he was there for. What is he there for, like 9 years? Eight, how long he was there? He was there for not 9 years. He was there for a good minute. But they never drafted a quarterback early in the draft. So it's not like he's done this before with another quarterback and he goes somewhere or he comes or something like that. That ain't what the case was. That wasn't the case. Southside said the organization thought miles ahead, but they repaid him to be a very expensive teacher. That's what it looked like, bro. That's what it looked like, but it looks like that because of his performance. Because of his performance, that's the way it looks. Now, without a doubt, in the first quarter of this season, Kirk Cousins was looking like he was getting back into form. I explained in some videos before, or a couple weeks back, why the first quarter don't look like how he's looking right now for Kirk. A couple reasons. First reason being the soreness in the Achilles area. It's not that bad because you're coming off of doing rehab. There hasn't been real contact on the body yet. There hasn't been a lot of real football contact on the body yet. He hasn't really had to escape the pocket much yet. So the more that starts to happen, the more when you get home at the end of the night and the adrenaline done went down, that soreness is now starting to become more and more relevant because it's going to get sore. So it becomes more relevant now. Now it's happening more often, more frequently. So I believe the soreness in the Achilles is something that really needs to be noted at this point of the season for somebody coming off a torn Achilles, especially somebody that doesn't use that muscle area down there that often. They don't use those ligaments they don't pivot off of that leg like that is often because he's a statue. So now the frequency of using it more is rearing his head, and it's just the soreness. You can tell he's sore. Also, the other thing being all of the distractions that a professional athlete, somebody who's a professional in the game and takes it very seriously. You're in a new system. You're in a new with a new team, with new coaches, with new personnel. You got to learn a lot. And a true professional is going to be dialed into learning what needs to be learned. Growing relationships and camaraderie and chemistry with your players, with your coaches, understanding the playbook, understanding how to use the playbook in certain situations throughout the game. Because when he gets the opportunity to go call his own shot out there, he needs to know where to go to in the playbook, or what from over his experience has he learned what to go to. And in hurry up offense situations, when it's time to make pre-snap adjustments, when you're making adjustments on the fly. These are the things, when you cultivate them together in the first quarter of the season for a quarterback like Kirk Cousins, it's enough of a distraction for you not to get in your own head to where you're making a lot of mistakes with the football. And when you're not seeing the field well because now you're second guessing your throws, you're late on your assignments. You just see all of that is enough of a distraction. So When now you got acclimated with the playbook, you've gotten acclimated with your personnel, you understand what your play caller wants to do, what your OC wants to do. You understand that all this stuff is starting to come into it, starting to come second nature to you. Now you don't have the excuse for when you don't play well. So once you get out of that first quarter of the season, once you get out of it, now is I got to do more than just be okay. I got to do more than just be good. I got to be better than good. I got to be a great quarterback. These guys relying on me to, at times, put the team on my back and get shit done. If I make mistakes, they got a first-round draft pick quarterback sitting on the bench that everybody's got a lot of hope and potential for. Everybody got a lot of hope in this guy. Everybody got a lot of people bagging this guy for this guy to play now. I can't make mistakes. So now the distractions are gone from the first quarter of the season. And it's because physically, he's just not as capable. His body isn't going to allow him to do certain things he could do before the injury. And that's playing with him mentally, along with just a young buck sitting on the bench that can go in anytime. All of these are in his head. All these things are playing factors in his head. So mentally and physically, he's decrepit. Mentally and physically, Kirk Cousins. You see it right there. He's decrepit. There's nothing left for him to build on from a physical aspect. Curry's what, 34, 35, something like that, or 36? Somebody tell me how old Kirk Cousins is. 13 years now. 13 years in the game. He's never been a mobile quarterback. He's never been able to really move like that as it is. He's a statue, and he just came off a torn Achilles. I told you so. I told everybody this. I told everybody this. I don't know why now people want to, yeah, I seen it in this game. Yeah, I seen it in that game. Yeah, I seen it last night. No, you got to think about this shit logically beforehand so that you're not caught off guard when the shit start to play the way it's playing out. You got to be. I told everybody I don't know if I like this. Now we got people saying, the coaching, you got to get coaches in here that can develop better, or coaches that got experience at developing better, coaches that got experience with doing this. Listen, man, I said all this coming into this season when these moves was made for the coaching staff. When the move was made at quarterback. I've been saying this. Kirk Cousins is too long in the too much of a statue and coming off one of the worst injuries you can have as a professional athlete in any sport. And then Raheem Morris, he's failed. He's failed a couple times before as a head coach. And then he brings in inexperienced coordinators who we can see their inexperience during football games. Now, Jimmy Lake, he's finally starting to come around. And maybe that do got something to do with Raheem giving him more flexibility in football games, in the game planning. Maybe so. But This is all the shit that this is everything I talked about coming into this season. Everything I talked about. Now everybody see. Now everybody see the coaches ain't experienced enough. Zach Robinson, not his play calling is suspect in football games. His game planning is suspect. Kirk Cousins. Now people see the effects that a torn Achilles can have on a statuesque quarterback that's been in the league 13 seasons now. Now people see that. This should not be something that surprises anybody. This shouldn't have caught anybody off guard. The problem is, because you're a fan of the team, you want to be supportive of what the team does. But when the team do some stupid shit, you got to be willing to call it out when they do it. The hope that you have is that you're wrong in your assessment and that the team still is able to be successful with those moves. That's the hope that you should have. But you should still be able to see the dumb shit. You got to be able to see the dumb shit. Hiring Kirk Cousins and hiring Raheem Morris hiring Jimmy Lake and Zach Robinson was some stupid shit. It was some stupid shit. But didn't nobody want to say that. Because when you say that, of course, the spotlight is going to be on who? Arthur Blank. It's on Arthur Blank. And that's why when I did the indictment videos, he was the first person I gave indictments to. He was the first person I gave an indictment to. Because he is the one that has to hire the coach that's going to come in here and be able to develop players. He is the guy that has to do that. The general manager, he has to get the right players in here that can be developed under that coach. That coach has to be a guy that can develop well early and develop fast. That's why last night on the Heavy Hitters post-game reaction show, I said this is a billionaire's game. The NFL is a billionaire's game. That's why the draft is so important. Everybody's worried about how much money somebody gets at quarterback, at receiver, whatever. The fan base should not give a fuck about somebody getting paid. They shouldn't give a fuck about somebody getting their money and getting the hell on right after they get their money, i.e. Julio Jones. We shouldn't give a fuck about the money. We're talking about people that are considered the 1 percentile of this nation. The 1 percentile of this nation owns National Football League football teams. Why do we give a fuck about what they pay somebody? What you should give more fucks about is the people that they hire to get the talent, to get the developers and the talent in here so that they can win fast, so that they can develop fast and win fast. That's what you want. That's what you want. Don't give a fuck about what somebody gets paid. But understand how the money works when it gets distributed. You got to understand the money being distributed. The 180 mil for Kirk Cousins is for him to come in here and get us as close as he possibly could to win a championship before Penix took over. That's why he was here. And it was stupid because he's a statuesque quarterback. God, in his 13th season, coming off a torn Achilles. It was stupid. It was stupid. Russell Wilson, for less, could have done the same thing for you. He could have done the exact same thing for you. And he still got much more escapability than Kirk Cousins. And he can throw the ball just as well as Kirk Cousins. We just got to call it what it is. Arthur Blank made a stupid-ass decision hiring Raheem Morris. We just got to call it for what it is. But ain't nobody going to say that. Because we can't shit on Arthur Blank. But we ain't shitting on Arthur Blank if we call it like it is. We just got to call it like it is. He waited too long to give Rich McKay more responsibilities with the team itself and not just with the franchise infrastructure. He waited too long to do that so he can hold somebody else accountable that's higher than the general manager. He waited too long to do that. And he just hasn't been hitting on the hires for the head coach. The Atlanta Falcons should be one of those teams in this league that have a coach that can go down in history as a Hall of Famer as being the Falcons head coach. We should have that by now. By now, we should have that. But it starts with winning some gold, man. We gotta win some gold. Let me see what y'all talking about that, man. And don't forget, the link is pinned in the chat. The link is pinned in the chat. Jonte said, I believe he was in Minnesota for 6 years. Yeah, see, in 6 years, they never drafted a quarterback higher than the third round. So it ain't like he was doing this toothless thing beforehand. Southside said, I said in the offseason, if we were going to draft a quarterback in the first round, I would have been fine with Wilson or Wentz. Cheaper options that we could be in the same position we in right now if we have Wilson or Wentz. Either one of them, we could still be in the same position we in now. And I'm cool with both of those guys offering tutelage to a young guy. Wentz and Wilson. Jonte said, you can see last night that he can't plant off his back foot, off his back leg, even the commentators pointed out. Yeah, and that's what I started saying earlier is as I'm watching that game last night, everybody and their Aunt Jackie, everybody and their Auntie Jackie could see that Kirk Cousins is the reason. He's the main reason for the Hawks. For the Falcons. I got the Hawks on that. He's the main reason for why the Falcons are not still in control of their own destiny in this NFC South. He's the main culprit. He's the main culprit. Now, this what I don't like that people do. Ignore other people's deficiencies so that you can highlight who you want to hold accountable more, even though they aren't deserving to be held accountable more. At the end of the day, in all of these games, Kirk Cousins is the one that was turning the ball over. We saw last night when we win the turnover battle, we win football games. That's what we saw last night. Just like we done seen all year long. When the defense is able to create turnovers and we don't turn the ball over as much, one turnover, okay. One turnover happens. But when you turn the ball over multiple times in a game, 9 times out of 10, you're going to lose at this level. 9 times out of 10, you're going to lose it. So you have to win the turnover battle. Your defense and your special teams have to be offering turnovers. They got to be making turnovers while your offense does not turn over the ball. And you'll come out with 9 times out of 10, you're going to come out with a victory, regardless of how ugly the game looks. We saw it last night. It was an ugly game for the offense. Part of that reason being because Zach Robinson just made it a very generic football game offensively. He made it very generic. And when Kirk Cousins got opportunities to throw the ball, he was 11 for 17. So that's not bad. You'll take 11 for 17 completions any day. The problem with the 11 for 17 is that in the variables of these attempts and these incompletions, you saw that he's just physically unable to make the throws he needs to be able to make now. He can't do it. He's trying all his best. He's really trying his best to make some of these throws, but he's just not able to make them because in his head, he's not allowing himself to play on that playing foot. He's not allowing himself to step into throws. He's not allowing himself to step up in the pocket like he needs to be able to. You see him do it once or twice, and then other times you see him hesitate. That's mental. That's a mental block on your quarterback. And at this point, you should be ready to make a change. You should have been ready to make a change 2 games ago, in my opinion. But after watching last night, and if you listen to that, if you see the press conference after the game with Raheem Morris, he didn't say Kirk is our guy this time. This time he didn't say it. He doesn't say it. He done made sure he said it after every game and every press conference during the 4-game skit. Kirk Cousins is our guy. But last night he didn't say it. He didn't say it last night. Last night he said he's got to play better. Now, it's very interesting how this motherfucker gonna sit up here and say Kirk got to play better in a game where he only throws 1 interception and we win the game. But in the other games, when he was throwing 3 damn interceptions a fucking game and not throwing for a touchdown like he did last night, threw for a touchdown, now in this game, your motherfucking ass want to say, fucking son, motherfucker, that he got to play better. No fucking shit. You don't say, motherfucker. You don't say. Now you want to goddamn change the tune up on a victory when the motherfucker go 1 for 1 on touchdown and interception. What the fuck kind of shit is that right here? But everybody and their mama could see that Kirk Cousins has been the main culprit. When you turn over the ball, when you the sole reason for your team turning over the ball, and everybody on a national stage. Now you're on an international stage now. Everybody in the world is watching this game. And the commentators had no choice but to recognize the rest of this team is fine. Louis Riddick said it straight out his damn mouth last night. Straight out his mouth. This team is fine. But Kirk Cousins, they need to reevaluate the quarterback position. It's time for Penix to play. It's past that time. It was time 2 games ago. So everybody in that mama, man, can see Kirk Cousins has been a problem with the turnover. Now, Zach Robinson need to call better plays and have a better game plan. Raheem Morris need to hold people accountable better. And he needs to step in more and leave his imprint on it a little bit more so we can hold his ass more accountable when the game plan look fucked up. But your main culprit has been Kirk Cousins. And it's not all his fault. It's age. and it's a torn Achilles. Decrepit. He's a decrepit version of the Kirk Cousins that was in Minnesota. Decrepit is the word. Southside say not pay the best quarterback in free agency $180 million just to take a first round quarterback. Yo, didn't nobody realize. Yo, 36. Yeah, 36. All right, 36 years old. Southside said our game against the Commanders has been flexed to December 29th, Sunday night. Yeah, because that's going to be a very big game. Because who Tampa play? Who Tampa play? Well, I know Tampa still got to play the Saints one more time, and they got to play Carolina. Who's their third game? Who's Tampa's third game? So I tell you Tampa's third game. I know Saints, I know Carolina. Who's their third game? Dante Rozier said Green Bay paid Aaron Rodgers an extension right before they draft Jordan Love. Right. Exactly. And after they drafted Jordan Love, Aaron Rodgers goes out and has himself an MVP season. He goes out and has an MVP season. And then another season, and then a season in between that one to another season, he has another MVP season. That is absolutely right. See, it's a difference when the game plan is for a guy to still be competitive, for your team to still be competitive, as opposed to a guy that's coming in and offering tutelage to a young guy. One can be without the other, but one of the other can't be without the other. So you can't come in and be competitive and then not offer tutelage. The tutelage comes along with that. But if you're just coming in there for just tutelage, it ain't gonna come with a $180 million $80 million contract. It ain't gonna come with that. Judge just said Morris was got that phone call. Thank you for your interest in our coach position. You're not what we're looking for. I'm telling you. Tampa Bay, Dallas this Sunday. So listen, hey, that's a primetime game against Washington. That's a primetime game against Washington. So you put that game on primetime because that game gonna mean a lot. It's gonna mean a lot. But hit that like button, man, and come on in, man. I'm gonna get to these sponsors in a minute, in a second. But just tell me what y'all think about last night game. Did last night game prove to you? Did it prove to you last night? I got a better question. Let's get into this topic. I got a better question. Let's get into the Kyle Pitts conversation. Let's get into the Kyle Pitts conversation. First, I'm going to tell you what I saw. What I saw last night was Kyle Pitts was targeted more. He was targeted more. But it seemed like he was mostly just targeted when he was a check down option on a third and long situation. Almost like, I don't even know what to call it, but it's like, what did people like think about the Kyle Pitts situation? I want to know what people thought about the Kyle Pitts situation. Because when I'm listening to some of these takes on picks last night, what I saw was a lot of people still want to try to give this dude like the benefit of the doubt or something. That it's really just that we're not targeting him. That's what a lot of people want to do. They still want to be on his side of this. Well, it's I don't even know what to damn call it, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. I think fans, y'all really just want to not. I don't know how to put this in words, man. Because this perplexes me about what people see when they watching football. And I'm not talking about the general fan base. I'm talking about those of us who actually pay attention to all of the aspects of football and the positions thereof. Y'all got to hold. Yeah, I'm going through a way station. I got to cross this scale. I got to set up for a second. Hold on 1 minute. Anybody that's a truck driver, you know when you're going through these scales, you got to be on shit. Otherwise, you might wind up getting your ass up out of there with a healthy fine. In some cases, you might not get out. You might get out of here with a healthy fine. And some of these guys, because they get out of here with a suspension. But yeah, that's my question. That's my question to everybody in the chat, man. It's what going on with Kyle Pitts mostly his fault? Is it coaching's fault that he isn't being highlighted more in the offensive game plan? Is it Kirk Cousins' fault? Whose fault is it? Whose fault is it? I want to know. I want to know what y'all think. Bible said Pitts was the check down scapegoat. Yeah, he was. Jonte said Pitts was last option because no one else was open. And I'm glad you said that because that's something I've been wanting to speak on when I hear some people analyze what's been going on with Pitts as that's why other players have been able to get open. It's because he's drawing so much attention. He ain't drawing that much fucking attention. He ain't drawing that much attention, y'all. If he's open so much, if he's left open so fucking much, how is he drawing so much attention? He's not a great route runner. We already know that. So it's not like it's not like he's shaking somebody out their cleats in his route running abilities. So you can't contradict your take with first saying, well, he's drawing so much attention. That's why everybody else is getting open. But then turn around and say, but he's wide open all this. But he's wide open. It don't work that way. That's contradicting. That's a contradiction. So clearly he ain't getting that much damn attention if everybody else is locked up. Everybody else locked up with two safety high, each safety. You got a safety over the outside. You got a strong. You got a nickel man, and a linebacker covering a slot guy. He could be drawing that much damn attention. I think that's just some shit people just saying just because they trying to get a motherfucking an excuse. But it's inaccurate. It's an inaccurate analysis. Southside said, yeah, now I feel like Kyle Pitts is more Zach Robinson. Don't know. He said, now I feel like Kyle Pitts is more Zach Robinson. He probably, I guess he's saying more Zach Robinson problem. Don't know what to do with him yet, even though Kurt still doesn't target him often. Yeah, and I'm going to get to why Kurt wasn't targeting him often. I'm going to get to that in just a second. Jonte Rose said, I don't think Kyle Pitts is in the offensive scheme. Corey Gill 5, what's up with you, Corey? He says Zach Robinson is garbage. Yeah. I ain't going to try to defend it at all, man. I ain't saying he garbage, but I ain't going to try to defend it either. Bernard Cantrell, what's up with you, Bernard? He said all the above, straight up. And Corey said if a third-string quarterback can get Brock Bowers the ball, then I don't know. Hey, man. Early in that game, on the very first drive of the game last night against the Raiders, Louis Riddick is in the commentary. He's in the commentary booth. And Louis Riddick said after Kirk Cousins completed the pass to Kyle Pitts on his first completion to Kyle Pitts, that's how you earn a quarterback's trust. When you recognize, because Kyle Pitts, his route was for him to go up, do a quick comeback, a quick hitch. He was doing a quick hitch off of the line of scrimmage. He replaced the linebacker when the linebacker attacked the line of scrimmage. Louis Riddick said, that's how you earn a quarterback's trust. And he repeated it a couple times. Now, somebody else, if I can recall, has been saying that Kirk Cousins didn't trust Kyle Pitts because of his inability, because of his lack of effort in routes, his lack of effort in recognizing what to do in the offense. I believe that was your boy Blakberry that said that. That's been saying that all this damn time. Every time somebody want to say, they ain't throwing him the ball. Why? He ain't getting targets. Why? You got to know why. If he was getting 5 to 9 targets in the first quarter of the season, why is he now not getting those targets? It's his lack of effort in running his routes. If he knew a play wasn't drawn up for him, he wasn't trying. He wasn't trying as hard as he could to get open, or trying as hard as he could to draw attention from the defense. Because in a couple of times this year when we saw the ball go his way and he stopped in a route, that lost trust with his quarterback. So Louis Riddick, on the first drive last night, he reiterated that for me. Thank you, Louis Riddick. Thank you. For everybody that want to defend Kyle Pitts, they ain't throwing him the ball. Everybody asking where he at. Well, they got to throw him the ball. They'll throw the motherfucker the ball if the motherfucker get off his goddamn ass and give more effort in his route running when the ball isn't designed to go to him. We don't know if that play was drawn up for him or not when Louis Riddick made that analysis last night. But because he recognized because Kirk Cousins recognized that the linebacker was about to attack, and he was running a quick hitch anyway, replace that man, turn your ass around so the ball can come to you. Do it fast, because the ball gonna come out fast. So when he did that, he was gifted with a reception. A quick hitch for a quick 5 yards. That's all it takes for him to get the ball thrown to him. Your quarterback got to trust you to be able to run through routes. He can't throw you the ball if you lollygag in routes and put the ball in harm's way. This is common fucking football sense. Jonte Rogers said Rick said that just about every time Pitts caught the ball. Because that's been the issue. That's been the issue. That's been the issue, man. People got to stop this bullshit with it. Well, they ain't throwing in the ball. Well, why not? Did you ask yourself why? And then when you point out that, yeah, it's been because of his laziness and routes. Well, hell, everybody low. No, that motherfucker, though. Him. We talking about the motherfucker that's loafing on the field with the Falcons. Who gives a fuck about what everybody else do? If you're supposed to be this quote-unquote unicorn, you're supposed to be a mismatch at tight end. You're supposed to be a dog. You got to go out there and be a motherfucking rabbit dog. I'm sick of people with the excuses. Y'all put them expectations on them. No. Drafted first round as a tight end, put them expectations on him. You drafted him that high because you expected him to come out and be a difference maker on your football team. That's what a first round draft pick is. That's what they're supposed to be. A difference maker. Now, when they're not a difference maker, that's because they are a letdown. They are a letdown at what people expected them to be. And not just, when I say people, I'm including the teams that they were drafted to. That's just the reality. If you drafted that high at tight end especially, you expect it to be a difference maker. He has not been a difference maker on this team. Point blank period. And there's no disputing that. Corey Gilbert said the fact that we have to question Pitts at this point is the reason why I wanted him traded at the deadline. And I agree, because, listen, what he turns out to be somewhere else if we were to trade him has nothing to do with his performance here. Let me say that one more time. Let me say that one more time. Whatever he turns out to be somewhere else, whether it's trash, whether it's a Pro Bowl athlete, whether it's a Hall of Fame caliber athlete, it has nothing to do with his performance here. Who knows what it takes for a guy to finally who knows what it takes to finally get through to a player? Okay, you're going to find yourself just being training in the NFL You got to game. Maybe trade is what it takes for him to step his game up. And maybe that's what makes him a better player with another team. So if he was to go somewhere else and ball out, it would be very irresponsible for somebody to make the determination that we should have kept him because look at what he is now. Well, he wasn't that when he was here. That was the problem. We needed him to be that here. It's just like with Brett Favre. If Brett Favre don't get traded, if he don't get traded to motherfucking Green Bay, who knows if he turns out to be a Hall of Fame quarterback? The fact that you got rid of you in 3 years, 2 years, the fact that you got traded, and that's what he did. Great. Maybe Cowboys need to get that straight. It was him, and it might be what's best for us. Shit, we got to think about. These are things you got to take into account. The link is pinned in the chat. Got about 23 minutes of this. I know 22, 23 minutes. Pinned in the chat. You want to come in? You want to be on? Let me know how you feel about going to the risk. Because everything has changed. Blakberry. Gotta keep that my own screen, man. Oh. Give me some red and black or some thumbs up or something if you can still hear me. I just had to come back in. Y'all let me know if you can hear me now. Let me know the audio good. I'm about to stop in about another 5 minutes. Y'all let me know you can hear me. That's how it is when y'all here on the road. That's how it is. I'm up here in Washington. Well, I ain't in Washington no more. I just drove out of Washington. I'm in Oregon now. You know, when I be out here like this, bro, on this side of the country, especially, I be trying to find opportunities to go see some college games if I can make time. But I have to be coming out here and have to do a 34-hour reset to try to do something. But you ain't got time to do shit when you're out here in these trucks. Appreciate that Southside and Dante and Coy. Appreciate that. But the link is in the chat. The link is pinned in the chat. Anybody want to come on and talk about last night's game? Want to come on and talk about what you think the rest of the season gonna be like? Go ahead, hit that link. Come on in. I'll let you in. We can talk about it, man. We can shoot shit. And while I'm waiting on y'all to do that, let's go ahead and hit. Let's get some of these promos out the way. Oh wow. It's gonna do it like that. All right. Check out a local Atlanta chef. Got some of the best smoked barbecue this side the Mississippi. It's SmithOakMeatsandEats.com. That Smith ain't no Ginoak. Once you try it, you can't deny it. I know the chef personally. He's a tech guy from Texas. He resides in Atlanta. So you getting some of that Atlanta, you getting some of that Texas swag with some of that Atlanta drip. You know what I'm saying? So go check out your boy, man. I'm a fan of the brisket. I'm a fan of the beef ribs. They need no sauce, no none of that. Just slide right out the bone. Perfectly seasoned, perfectly cooked. I'm a big fan of the beef ribs, man. I'm a big fan of it. So go check out Smith Meats and Eats at SmithOakMeatsandEats.com. And yeah, that Smith ain't no Gino. Won't you try it? It ain't denied. It's Smith Meats and Eats.com. He say it's so good it ain't smoke. It's Smith. All right. And as always, make sure you hit on HomeTeamFits.com and get your home team apparel. The discounts are gone. Y'all missed the Cyber Monday discount, man, but you know what? I'm still on it. If you use the promo code, what's the promo code? Anyway, just go to HomeTeamFits.com. If you spend $100, you'll save $20. It's gonna be on the website. So just go on the website, spend $100, save $20. It's at HomeTeamFits.com. All right, we had somebody in the back. Go ahead. Whoever was in the back, come back. I'm gonna let you in. Yeah, somebody in the back. John Taylor just said we must run a loud ass practice, bro. My reasoning being we can't sell or fake play to draw the other team off. Good as game beat, it don't as effective as you would think. They do run play action, but I'm gonna tell you why. It's because they're running that play action from the center. You did play action from the center more and not the pistol. Well, not the shotgun, period. If you run it more from under center, then it'll be more effective. And I think now everybody finally sees this. They don't trust Kirk Cousins to be able to move on that leg well enough. They don't trust him to be able to move on that leg well enough to be able to perform those play actions. So that's why they don't run them. That's why they don't run them play actions from under center that often. No, they don't do it at all. Actually, they don't do it at all. Hell, you see, Las Vegas last night. They didn't trust Riddle to be on the center at all. Because I know that boy be tripping over here on feet. He be fumbling the ball and shit when you get on the center. They don't want that boy on the center at all. Total tank. What truck engine is? I mean, when I seen that, because they were saying, because Dan Orlovsky and Louis Riddick, they were saying it last night in the commentary. They were like, damn, this that boy ain't been on the center now one time. Talking about Damon Riddle. Because he won. He went on the center now one time, bro. It was crazy. I don't think I've seen that in a football game where a quarterback never goes under center. I don't think I've ever seen that. But we seen it last night. It was somebody in the back. Whoever it was, come on back in. I'm going to give you time to come back in. We got a little more time, so I'm finna pull up right here and park. Give y'all a little more time to come on in here. It was somebody in the back. That fake, he said that fake field. Yeah, because he didn't set up. His setup was all different. His setup was different. Listen, man. When it come to this football team, it's very apparent that the glaring issue of why we are in the position we're in, not being in control of our own destiny, having to rely on somebody, Dallas, New Orleans, or Carolina, taking down Tampa, at least one of those games, and us having to win out, or having to win at least 2 out of the next 3, as long as Tampa loses at least 1. No, actually, they got to lose. If we lose 1 more game, that means they got to lose 2. So we got to win out. We got to. Because watching Tampa, they're not going to lose more than 1 more game. I honestly felt like the Chargers was our best bet out of these last 3. I thought the Chargers was our best bet to beat them. Dallas, they are so-so. They can show up one. You never know when they'll show up enough to beat somebody. The defense has its moments, but the offense is still very, well, you all know, suspect as fuck. So I think we're hoping for one of those division games to take them out. I think that's what we're hoping for. But we got to win. We can't lose no more. We just can't. We just can't do it. So we got the Giants, we got Washington, and we end the season with Carolina. Washington's going to be our toughest game. And Carolina's going to be sneaky tough. We got to run through the Giants. We got to run through those guys. Anyway, I guess whoever was in the back, guess they're not going to be able to make it in. Listen, y'all. Don't forget to go to hometeamfish.com. Get your home team apparel. Got some real nice Christmas stuff on there for fan gear, some fan art on some ugly Christmas sweaters for the Georgia Bulldogs, for the Atlanta Braves, for the Atlanta Hawks, and for the Falcons. I'm going to get that Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets one up. I need to do it. I keep saying I'm doing it, but I don't do it. But I'm going to get it up tonight. Just go on hometeamfish.com, man. Represent for your home team at hometeamfish.com. Also, make sure that you're tuning in on Thursday night for the Rex Pit. The Rex Pit is at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. make sure you're tuning in. That's 7:30 Eastern time. That's 6:30 Central time. That's 5:30 Mountain time. That's 4:30 Pacific time. For those of you all on the Pacific West Coast. So go check your boy out. 7:30 Eastern Standard Time on the Rex Pit. If we get the viewership back up, y'all, we get the eyes. If we get the viewership back up, we get the everybody back tuned in to the Rex Pit. We'll bring it to the pit. If you know anything about bringing it to the pit, it's a must-see show on the Rex Pit. It's a must-see part of the show when we do bring it to the pit. So everybody go check out the Rex Pit Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I want to thank everybody for coming through. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that notification bell after you done subscribed. If you ain't subscribed yet, hit that notification bell so you can know when your boy going live and when I post content, and you can be tuned in to the Rex experience. It's the home team and nothing but the home team. Catch me on the flip side. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody want to come on in. RJC, what's going on, RJC?
What's happening with your Blakberry, man? I be on there with you and Demond, man, on We Talk Hawks Live, man.
What's up with you, man? It's good to hear from you. I'm glad to see you come through.
Oh, yes, sir, man. Had to come through and show some love, man. Show some support to your channel, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. You got something you want to talk about with these Falcons?
Oh, yeah,
or
man.
the Hogs or whatever you want to talk about. Their fans speak, man.
Hey, man, listen, man. First of all, to fix the Atlanta Falcons, man, to me, it's real simple, man. It's real simple. You got to get Terry Fontenot's sorry ass out the GM spot. That's number one, because the man don't know what he doing. He don't know what he doing, man. I'm coming in hot. And let me tell you something. I know a lot of people are in love with Terry Fontenot. He's been there for 4 years, and we still don't have no pass rush. Let that sink into your head. He's been there for 4 years, and he still don't have no pass rush. Let me give you another.
Oh, I just see you breaking up there.
You hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hey, man, listen. Terry Fontenot got to go. He got to go, man. He's one of the problems. But the next thing is this, man. Raheem needs to go ahead and sit Kirk, man. Kirk is done. He got the deer in the headlights look. He's terrified. Hey, Blakberry, have you seen Rocky 3?
Yeah.
And you know when Sylvester Stallone was talking to Adrian, he told her how scared he was scared to get in the ring. You remember that scene?
Yeah, I
That's
remember.
Kirk Cousins right now at home talking to his wife. Baby, why you playing like that? I'm scared. I'm scared. That's Kirk Cousins right there in a nutshell. Kirk Cousins is Rocky from Rocky 3 talking to his wife saying, baby, I'm scared. That's Kirk Cousins right now.
Oh, man. Yeah, he reckon knew he knew Mr. T was finna knock your goddamn block off.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Listen, I say, listen, man.
Carver Lane. What the name was? Carver Lane?
Yeah,
Carver Lane?
That's it. You got it. You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. That's Kirk Cousins. He is Rocky at home with his wife. I'm scared, Adrian. I'm scared. At the top of his lungs. Because, man, if you go back and look at him in that game, he was scared, man. He was scared. He couldn't throw the ball across the middle. He couldn't see the field. Guys running wide open. Listen, man, put the kid in. Let's see what he got, man. Listen, I know a lot of people was really high on him when we brought him in. I was too. I did not see him falling off a cliff this early, this fast. But you gotta the Falcons organization gotta make this right, man. Cause we were promised playoffs. Were we not? Hey, can you?
Yeah.
We
Well, they said we was going to run. That's what Raheem Moore said. Run the South.
yeah, that's what he said.
Now, some people is expecting to win the division, to have wins in the division. No, I interpret that as you're gonna win the division convincingly, and you're gonna make the playoff.
That's it.
That sounds like
Yeah.
not just we gonna have a good record, we gonna have a good record in every division, but you're gonna win the division. That's
Right.
There's a difference. I know some people say, well, how do you win the division? Have a good record. It happens all the time.
Exactly. And with that being, oh, you breaking up on me, Blackberry. You breaking up on me. You still there?
I stopped talking.
Oh, okay.
I'm still.
Okay, cool. But yeah, man, like I said, these boys, bro, listen, man. Terry Fontenot, I'm telling you guys, if the Falcons don't make the playoffs this year, he will be the first domino to fall. Point blank period. Terry Fontenot gonna be the first domino to fall. Cause at the end of the day, man, I want everybody in the chat, if you can, when you get a chance, I want y'all to go look at all the draft picks Terry Fontenot has brought into the Falcons organization. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, maybe only about a few of them are even still on the team. Most of them dudes not even in the league right now. That's how bad he's drafted. Most of the dudes he has drafted is not even in the league right now. So I'm telling you, man, if they want to get right, if the Falcons gonna get right, man, you got to put Penix in, man. You got to get a fan base something to look at, because man, ain't no way the Las Vegas Raiders should have been in that game. Point blank. This is a team that's literally fighting for the number one pick. They should not have been in this game. Period.
Me. Give me some red and black if you can hear me. Give me some red and black if you can hear me. JRC, if you're still there, oh, appreciate that, Chris. Yeah, my reception going in and out right here. I gotta get the few real quick and get the hell up out this spot. But tap the link pinned in the chat. Anybody want to come through? She sent me some apples. if you watch it right now, appreciate that, Chris. If you watch it right now, you want to come in and fan speak, man. This for let's have a group. Let's make it a group conversation. RJC, JRC, if you're still there, you can come back in, man. I'll put you back in. I'll put you back in. Anybody want to tap the link, come in and get a 2 cent, man. You want to talk? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. This fan speak. I tap in. But y'all, what I think JRC, what he was just saying was how he feel like Terry Fontenot need to go. He don't like the move that Terry done made. He don't like the draft picks. He don't think we done been able to establish a strong enough pass rush. Hey, y'all let me know if you agree or not. Come in and give you 2 cents. Let me know if you agree with what JRC said. Chris says she at work, but she'll be off for 2 weeks starting Friday. Ooh, she said she don't bother everybody. Yeah, you know I don't mind being bothered, Chris. Yeah, I be lonely. It's just me and this passenger seat over here, out here with me. I be lonely out here. You can bother me. I ain't got shit going on beside the damn wheels turning and the damn fuel burning. Well, I mean, who agrees with that? Does anybody else agree with what JRC was saying? Does anybody else agree with that? Christian said, look at what Terry came in up against, not having the money for drafting and selecting players that the head coaches, including Smith and coordinators, wanted to match their schematics. Because that's a good point. We got to remember, that's part of the GM job, is to bring in the players that are going to fit into a coach's system. The system isn't that of the general managers. It's just the general manager's job, and this is why I say this. These are the things that have to come into effect. A owner who hires a head coach that's going to be able to develop what he wants to bring in, and a general manager to find that talent for that coach to be able to develop. And those aspects have to work cohesively together, and it has to happen in a timely manner. It got to happen fast. That's why the draft is very important, because it's a billionaire's game, the NFL. And because of the cap, because of the cap space, before there was such a thing as a cap space, it didn't matter. But even with it being a cap limit, even with that being in place, it's still a billionaire's game. So you got to have a coach that can develop well and develop fast, and you got to have a GM that can get the necessary talent in here to fit his scheme. Chrissy said she hasn't seen the word decrepit in a long time. Hey, well, that's what your boy Kirk calls us. He has resurfaced the word decrepit, because that's exactly what he is right now. Bernard Cantrell said, I disagree with you on the drafting. Terry has done. He has did okay in the draft. Disagreeing with what JRC said about Terry. He felt like, because JRC, who was just on a minute ago, he felt like Terry needed to go because the pass rush hasn't been consistent enough, or it hasn't been developed well, and he just didn't like the moves he made. But I agree with Bernard Cantrell Hill. I actually believe that Terry Fontenot, this is the Terry Fontenot era that we're in, and the talent that he's brought to this team is very good. It's really just as simple as Kirk Cousins made a lot of terrible mistakes on that four-game skit. He made a lot of bad mistakes. Younghoe Koo was missing field goals. So they didn't kick field goals when they should have on 4th down attempts inside the 30. And here we are today. Here we are now. Christian said, from January to March, Blank and McKay stated that they limited Terry's role in the search for head coach. And in March 25th, 2025, Blank stated in Falcons press conference and quoted it in Terry to Terry's role. Yeah, because a head coach, GMs do help find head coaches, but in retrospect, it's up to the owner to hire his head coach. The GM is merely there to be able to find the talent to fit that head coach's scheme with that head coach alongside with him. He tells him he tells him what he needs. He goes and finds it. That's really the skin of it all. That's how it works. Dante said, I disagree with some of what he was saying. Mrs. Lewis said it best. Yo, Christian should be on the shit. Corey Gilfine said Terry on the hot seat if the Falcons miss the playoffs or make and lose in a bad way. Oh shit. Corey, he tend to think. He seemed to be thinking what JRC was thinking. Richard said Blank further was quoted in Sports Illustrated on March 25th. Perspectives on Belichick, the move for the quarterback to get Raheem to sign. It's the home team with Blakberry. Are you sure you are not from Bama or have any family? My mama used to say, get your decrepit ass and sit down. No, I'm not from Bama. I'm not from Bama. I'm straight out of Atlanta, born and raised. But you know how it is with Alabama and Georgia folks. You know how it is. We got a very similar style of talking. We got a very similar style of talking. Anyway, for everybody that's watching right now, I see we got about 16 eyes on it right now. Hit the link. This is Fan Speak. Hit that link. Hit that link. Come in and talk your shit. Let's get the conversation going. Hit that link and tap in and come talk your shit on Fan Speak. It's a special edition of Fan Speak Tuesday. Get this truck turned off. But it's a special edition of Fan Speak Tuesday. You know, we typically do Fan Speak on Mondays, but we're doing it on Tuesday, of course, because Falcons had a Monday night game. So got a special edition of Fan Speak. Your boy Blakberry on the road. I'm currently sitting in a fuel bay about to get some fuel, but I'm gonna talk shit with y'all in the process. Y'all just gonna have to hear all the elements that's behind me. Truck stops can be very interesting. Very interesting sounds of a truck stop. Ain't that goddamn interesting? It just damn truck running and all that shit. Tap that link, come on in, talk your shit. Talk that shit. I guess we'll keep the string going long enough for folks to come on in. Give me some red and black, thumbs up. Make sure the audio still good. You know how it is when you're on the road. Christian said, GMs are the middleman between the owners, the administrators, and personnel. Why would Terry be on the hot seat when Blank and McKay masterminded the move for Raheem? Good question. Good question. I encourage everybody. Go watch the indictments video I did a couple weeks ago. Go watch the indictment video. Because the first person I gave an indictment to was our owner, Arthur Blake. He was the first person to be indicted by your boy Blakberry. Because he has to be held responsible at some point for bringing in these coaches who just, quite frankly, have not been ready to be head coaches for football teams. It's just a fact. All right, who we got in the back? Double Deuce, what's going on with you, Double Deuce?
What's going on with you, my brother?
Ain't nothing to it, man. Welcome to the show. Appreciate you for coming through. What you got for me?
Man, I'm going to say it like this, bro. To me, it all start with Arthur Blank, for real.
Okay.
We have never, ever had a Hall of Fame coach in my eyes besides Dan Reeves. We always done got a first year or first time.
I think we lost you. Yeah, Double Deuce.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got
all
you
right. Now. Let's look at this year team. You had Bill Belichick on the board, right?
Right.
Why go get a failed head coach when we had him here as an interim coach, right?
That's right.
What do you do when he's an interim coach?
Not good.
Not good, right?
Yeah, not good. I think we lost you again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you.
All right, we got a first-time GM, right?
Right.
Terry ain't doing so bad because if you look at his draft picks, some of his draft picks had hit. Let's look at Tyler Algier. He hit, right?
Right.
BJ done hit. Drake London kind of hitting a little bit. Only one we can say is Kyle Pitts is the one that ain't really hitting like that. If we look at Kyle Pitts, to me, he is a loafer. He loaf a lot. But at the same time, I look at it like this. When people say we should have got Jamar Chase, right? Jamar Chase had Joe Burrow in college. And he got the same quarterback in pros. So they already got chemistry, right? What chemistry have Kyle Pitts had besides Matt Ryan? And Matt Ryan just threw the ball to him and just let him make plays. Sometimes you just got to put the ball up there and let that man make plays. Do he loaf? Yes, he do loaf. Do he half-ass? Yes, he do. But sometimes he is open. And sometimes I look at Kirk Cousins staring down receivers. He lock in on one man instead of scanning the field. If we put that young boy in there, I feel like he going to open up that offense because he can get out the pocket, for one. I feel like he going to look over the field, and he going to get, and when you start running out the pocket, that's going to make people get open because you're going to be paying attention to the quarterback. You worried about him running now. So they're going to open up the offense a little bit more than me. Kirk Cousins just a statue right now. Don't get me wrong. Kirk Cousins had been a good quarterback where he was. He ain't been a good quarterback here. Maybe a couple of games. And the best game been against Tampa Bay. But since that Tampa Bay game, he been ass. Let's just call it for what it is. He been real ass. And that's all. And the defense, to me, they stepping up a little bit. They getting right. But when the defense step up, the offense ain't coming with them. When the offense was coming along, the defense wasn't doing that. We just can't gel together and put the whole game plan together with both sides of the ball. That's all I got to say about that, bro.
Well, I definitely agree with you on the because I feel like if they give Penix to start, if they play Penix, it's just something about the way the boy carrying himself. I just feel like the boy gonna go out there and ball. It's just the way he gets the energy he give off. He can't give off that I don't really give a fuck energy. He get that energy off. That I know I'm capable of going out here and making a difference on this team. He look confident in his abilities. I agree with you that on 100%. But this the thing with Pitts. Regardless of how well or how unwell a quarterback is playing, he still got to be able to trust his receivers.
Right.
When you giving up on routes and I done threw the ball to you a couple times and you done gave up on a route and put the ball in harm's way, it's hard for me to trust you again. That's why Louis Riddick said it so many times last night. Every time Pitts got the ball thrown his way, was because that's been an issue all year long with Kyle Pitts. But there are situations in the game where you would say, listen, draw the play up for Kyle Pitts in the red zone, throw it to him in the back of the red zone mode. Let him box somebody out in the red zone and give them a jump ball. Let him go out there and get it.
Right.
Problem is, when they've done that a few times this season, Kyle Pitts ain't winning on the 50-50 balls. He ain't winning.
I agree to an extent. I agree to an extent with that.
So the execution from Pitts got to be better, and the play calling itself got to be better. It's all things are true when it comes to Pitts. All things are true.
Most definitely, I agree with that.
But tell me what you think about the pass rush the past few weeks.
The pass rush they didn't improve. But like I say, since the pass rush done came along, the offense done slacked off. So now it's like we can't put both of the sides together in one game. If we can put a full game plan together, I think we can be dangerous. But we can't never put both on together at the same time. Because you even look at, what's my man named, D'Angelo Malone? He even got some action last night.
Yeah, Malone.
He even got some sacks last night. All right, what's my man named, 96? Zach Harrison? He coming along a little bit better. I mean, Terry done did a good job. I know why I think we done did a good job for a draft. I think the dude out of, what's my man name from Washington that got hurt this year? Braden Trice. I think that kind of hurt our pass rush this year. And what's his name? Matthew Judon. I don't know what's going on with brother, man. I don't know what's going on with boy.
How about the young boy AK? How about Arnold Ebiketie, man? Arnold Ebiketie been showing me something, man.
Yeah, he stepped up the last couple of games. He been stepping up the last couple of games. I give him that. And what's my man name? Arnold Ebiketie. And Root showed me something too. Root been doing this thing too. That's why I say Terry been finding some diamonds in the rough too. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Right now. Yeah, I hear you.
So what about Root? What about Root? Root been showing out himself.
I really like what he's doing early in games. He's been beneficial in the run stop defense. So hey man, the young guys, man, stepping up, man, and I see these veteran guys being a model piece of these young boys coming to life.
Most definitely, most definitely.
Hey man, your boy back there got a lot of shit going on right now. Hey man, we'll have another fan speak. I think what we're gonna do is on Thursday on Reddit, open it up for the fans again. Everybody that's tuning in to Reddit Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, at 6:30 Central, at 5:30 Mountain, at 4:30 Pacific. So make sure you tune in Thursday night at 6:30 Eastern Time for Eastern Standard Time. So the home team picks it up. The home team picks represent for you. Hey man, I can't goddamn win for I keep going in and out, man. Hey, if you want to tune in, if you want another, if you want going in off week, right? It's the home team with Blakberry. It's the cake. Make sure you get the notification bell and it's all about. It's the home team and nothing but the home team. I know how I fix me on the flip side.